Dr. Kelly Ann Masterman, and I work as a lead analyst at a company called Vaxxas in Queensland. My pathway to my job now has been very unconventional. I started out as a research assistant in cancer research down in Melbourne after my undergraduate. And then I moved to San Diego in the US, where I continued working in infectious diseases and vaccines. I then moved back to Australia after 8 years in the US and started a PhD quite late in my life. So I completed that PhD in my early 40s and then tried to get a job in marine biology because my PhD was in marine science. And there were really no jobs in marine science. So I came back to mammalian immunology and worked in cancer research again, and then started to work in some industrial areas. So I started working on the microbiome, studying the gut bacterial interaction. And then I moved into medical devices. So at Vaxxas, it's tying together the vaccines, the infectious diseases, and the assay development skills that I've honed both in Australia and in the US over the last 20 years. I really enjoy working at Vaxxas. I think it's a great community. It has a really great culture. I have worked at a few places and I've moved around a little bit, but I find that at Vaxxas, we do work as a team. We are striving for leading the way with our Vaxxas platform. And there's a lot of interdepartmental collaboration. It's an excellent place to work. And I really feel like we're going to make a difference. Vaxxas, we're working on a needle-free vaccine delivery system. This is a very exciting area to be working in, especially in the current climate. We have an amazing team of engineers that make a device. It's a very small patch. We have people that then coat the vaccine onto these very tiny, tiny microprojections. And the team that I work in called FORMULATION and ANALYTICAL is involved in measuring the dose on this patch, measuring the stability of that vaccine on the patch, measuring the delivery efficiency of the vaccine into the skin. When the patch is applied, it actually goes into the skin with such a small distance, it doesn't hit pain receptors or blood. So it's essentially a pain-free vaccine delivery system. Ideally, this will be self-administered and there'll be no cold chain. So as you can imagine, there's huge potential for this internationally, especially in third world, lower income countries where you may be pressed to get components into an area as well as having trained staff. And also the cold chain requirements make it very difficult to address this. I'm very passionate about working in science, especially in the area of vaccines, infectious diseases and cancers. I'm very grateful to be able to work with some amazing people at a company it's a nice place to work. I think that in regards to vaccines, especially now in the current climate we have, we can see how important they are. And there's a real focus to try and get them to people faster that are in need. In a recent talk by Bill and Melinda Gates, they highlighted that 40% of childhood deaths in India are due to vaccine preventable diseases, which really stuck with me because 40% is incredibly high. And if we can develop a patch that can be sent in and administered without specialized storage and treatment, that really can make such a huge difference. And I would be thrilled to be part of that. One of the biggest passions in my life is scuba diving. I take photos and I put them online, and I'm very nerdy with it. I do put titles of the species, and if I find something very interesting about that critter that I'm taking a photo of, I'll put a little sort of educational sentence about it. I'm in quite a few groups to do citizen science. So we go out and we do reef monitoring and taking photos of a particular type of critter or invertebrate or species of fish or what have you to monitor the life and the health of reefs. So that's something I do pretty much every weekend, and during the week I'm going to be sorting photos and helping out with that sort of uploading of those pieces of information into citizen science websites.